Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. It is Tuesday, March 18, 2025, 9:20 p.m. This is Jamaica Politics Uncovered late night. Welcome. If you are new here, make sure that you are subscribed before you leave. And for our returning subscribers, welcome back. So, what are we talking about tonight? Mark Golding did his thing today in the parliament where the budget debate is concerned, and we're going to talk about it tonight. So, guys, rock and come in, tell somebody that we're on. Hit up the like button when you come in and hear what we have to say. Some key highlights and analysis here. Hello, moderator. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. Welcome back to all of our oldies but goodies, those of you who have been here with us from the very beginning, those who came along the way. So if you were here last night, you would have heard Senator Marlon Morgan putting in his 2 cents about the budget, some key points that people needed to pay attention to. Hopefully, you guys were able to get a better understanding. I saw some comments where people were saying thanks for breaking it down to the senator. So he came and did what he was supposed to do. So if you haven't seen it, check it out from last night, guys. So I don't know, you guys, tell me real quick in the comments, what do you take away from the budget debate today where Mark Golding spoke? What did you guys think about it? I'm sure that some of you saw it. I think the government and the opposition and the politicians in Jamaica, they're going to have to come up with a new way of getting through to the people with these budget debates without taking 3 and 4 hours. I think it's too long. What do you guys think? There has to be a better way to do it, guys. There has to be a better way. All right, so yeah, man, yard man, for sure, for sure. People who do the good work, we love to see that. You understand? So, let's see. So, now make no sense. Dave, you're talking about the budget today. Moderator, what you think? I didn't take away anything at all. Mark didn't understand his assignment. Good night, Shanoy. Thank you for joining. Pure false promises. Good night, everybody. Hit the like button when you come in. That was more like a rally than a budget presentation. Just talk, no figures, bunch of contentious chattings. Yeah, that's another thing too. There were no figures. And we see Julian came with the same thing. No figures. So I guess it is done intentionally. He barely scores 5 out of 10. He repeated several items that have already been implemented, not any new ideas. Good night, Kay. Welcome back. Yes, too long for true. Yeah, man, it's too long. Tax. A budget with no figures. Mark Golding political speech was just how to fence at the whole of Jamaica. Out of touch. He didn't speak on how he would fund it. Boy. So nobody never liked the speech or take away anything substantial. Oh gosh. IMF and tax. Sorry for us if he wins. Good night, Cindy. This was a hurry come up budget speech. Good night, Donovan. All I see are new taxes coming our way if this man get in power. All right, so not too far from what I observed. I was home this afternoon, turned it on. I watched a good bit of it where I can talk on it. Um, what I took away from this, and this is an objective observation and commentary. The first thing I noticed is when I went on these platforms to watch it, this was on there. This article from 2014, where Portia Simpson Miller and Dr. Phillips, were prime minister and finance ministers, respectively. And I don't know why. Because Jamaica has already been through this era with Portia and Dr. Phillips. So I don't know whose idea this was. So when I initially saw this, I thought, okay, why? Where is Mark Golding? Where's Mark Golding, Peter Bunting's? Where's their presence? Because if you're gonna come and bring up back this now, well, we already lived through this, we already give the people them credit because them do a good job. Then what I try do right to me, what I try do is to try and catapult off what they did. And that's I don't like that. I think if you're gonna come to the people, you're supposed to come to the people authentic, come to the people as your own self. You understand? Show the people that you are there now, you are the leader now, and you come with something different, something new and different. That has always been, the phrase that people use when them come in as new leaders and so, right? So that is the first thing that I saw. They come to catapult off Portia and Dr. Phillips's administration. The second thing that I noticed, guys, is that the speech that Mark Golding gave, it was either something that was in Damian Crawford's manifesto, or it's something that the government is already doing. You hear me say? Either something what the government is already doing, or something from Damian Crawford's manifesto. And I saw quite a few things from Damian Crawford's manifesto. And it kind of, me feel uncomfortable about it. Why is that? I feel uncomfortable about it because when Mark Golding and Peter Bunting decided that they wanted the leadership of the PNP by any means necessary, when Peter Phillips was readying up himself to go into the election, the man them kick with them leader foot at a time when the party are get ready for going to election, Damien a deal with manifesto and them something there. So I don't understand why is it that Mark Golding are come now, come use a manifesto from the man where him and him friend said the man no make sense. Yeah, like see, me not understand that. You're not supposed to want to use nothing at all. You're not supposed to want come with nothing from Peter Phillips and from Theme Time as opposition leader. You're supposed to want come by your own 2 foot like a man, like a big man by your own 2 foot. So when you're going to come now with that, it look like say boy, you not really have no ideas of your own. Damian Crawford already do him thing and them something there. So we don't really want you come back with Damian Crawford manifesto. Because if the people them did want the manifesto there, Them wouldn't give the PNP the mandate from 2020, but they didn't give it to them. So you have to go tear up that and come back with something from Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. People don't agree, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. No, sir. It don't make sense. I mean, and if the government, for example, them say rent to own, when it comes down to housing, them talk about rent to own. Damian Crawford had already put that in the PNP manifesto from 2020. Come back again where education is concerned. You talk about after school lesson, weekend lesson, them something there. Damian already come with that already. Put down Damian's manifesto, Mark Golding. You're supposed to can sit down and take some time and write one budget for yourself. The last time you come with budget, a bunting write the budget. I want to come with foolishness and the whole thing went up in flames and bunting come back in that day in the Senate. Say him want to finish the budget speech with him write, because him write it. So why is it that Mark Golding cannot write? You see, when you take up an important job as the leader of the opposition, you have to be able to put in the work. If you don't have the desire to put in the work that it takes, it means you're just winging it. You cannot wing leading a country. You can't wing leading a party. That does not make any sense. You have to put in the effort. You can't come in and take up what somebody did right before and them something like that. No make no sense. You don't know if come to the people, you don't know if write one budget. It's either something the government do or something with Damian put. You tell Damian to send the manifesto come out, you pick one and two things outside. Nothing new. What is new and different about you guys in 2025 compared to what the government is about now? What is new and different about this 2025 PNP compared to when Dr. Phillips was there? What is different? Me not see no difference. I the truth me I tell you no. I don't see no difference. So all una knock pan desk and them something there. Me not see no difference. Me not see one come with this. This are boring. I the truth. I truth me attack. Nah bias. No prank. Just doesn't make any sense. And you can tell what people are going to do when they are coming with nothing that they have invested time and energy into. It's kind of the same way how Mark Golding and Peter Bunting obtained their wealth. They didn't put in any work to obtain their wealth. Only hear the senator explain it last night over here. And I've told you guys before. Them just sit down and easy and depended on what they could have gotten, the sweetheart deals and this and that from out of the PNP government. They didn't put in any work to obtain those billions of dollars they gained. So they're not going to put any work into something as simple as writing a budget. That's not what they're about. They're not about that life. Them just come and go and wall off the fort, you know. If you come back in with them Finsack style and them something, because that's all them know. And it kinda pisses me off a little bit to know that people are coming wanting to lead Jamaica and they're not able to do the bare minimum of what it takes to be a leader and to show the people that you are about working on their behalf. Let me answer that person here. Gerald Riley say, you think that I am very racist. I me I talk to? Gerald? I first me I see over here. Who you say racist? Answer with the fast. Let me see how we attack. This Dunce lady come back over here. Marie. Remember say you can't spell, So we're not going to spend no time on you tonight. You cannot spell. We don't tackle you over here already and fling you down. So if I me like you, me just sit down quiet and listen. Nobody not pay in a mind. Okay. So me racist now, Gerald. So me racist now. All right. I don't think I need to answer you. Tell you the truth. Because I never hold up no shackles over no black man in a Jamaica yet. So if you answer you, a waste of time. Me not black them man, me then stay there. Me then stay there and listen. Cause then come over here for listen. So load them. Now, moderator, I want to hear what you think about this budget presentation. Give me a call, moderator. Cause I cannot be the only one. Nothing new, nothing different. I mean, these guys have to understand by now that they are no Portia and Dr. Phillips. I don't think they know anything about an economy. So I really don't expect them. I mean, them could hire a speechwriter or something like that, but for the simple fact that them business proven wealth is failing, then what am I gonna tell the Jamaican people say? It's a lot worse than I thought, people. When you listen to these people, when they are put to the test, and you listen to them, it's worse than I thought initially. And that's scary to me. I'm gonna open the phone line for you a little bit. Let me see. Moderator, good night. Oh, I hear something in the background. Turn it down for me, please. Yes, so real quickly, tell us and the audience what you took away from this presentation of the opposition leader today.
All right. It was a lot to digest because actually listening the entire speech. I sit down and listen. At one point, I was wondering if I was listening to a budget presentation or a campaign speech. I mentioned earlier on in the chat that he made some good points, but I was listening to hear, how we is going to finance them, costing and everything, but for some reason, the budgeting out of the budget presentation was absent. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
One major takeaway, he mentioned the drawdown that the government continue to make from the housing trust. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Which they take some money yearly from the housing trust to go in the consolidated fund. He was saying that he would discontinue that. But for every takeaway from the consolidated fund, yeah, if you don't take the money where you would normally take from NHT, you'd have to find some way to make up the shortfall, right?
Yes.
he didn't elaborate on that. So if you're going to take from something where you're going to help finance the budget, you must have a present where you're going to get the added funds from.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening, waiting to hear where them are going to, get the funding from, and, you know, where them are going to cut, and where them are going to draw from. It was just rambling to me. You say some things, some might sound good to the ears. If you're somebody where, you know, fall for those promises and pushing about, you will probably gravitate to it. But if you're a well thinking person who knows how budgeting is supposed to be presented, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you even about even your household, if you have to consider to buy some extra groceries this week, you must know where the funding will come from or where you have to cut in order to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So no budgeting not presented in the presentation. It was just a bag of promises, promises, promises. Yeah.
It sounds
You
like
know,
a
some
manifesto to you.
yeah, because yeah, some things you touch on, me
Mm-hmm.
never even want to go back to them, but you're right. A lot of them present the way the man did present in manifesto that him draw back for. Even the one with the rent to own thing
Mm-hmm. Me not think that
was
me
I
not think
think
they
that was
understand. Me not think they understand how to deal with a budget. Maybe yes. The manifesto that Damian Crawford came. I mean, they couldn't even write a manifesto, but them drafted parts of his and whatever. But I don't think that they are experienced in that they understand what an actual budget speech looks like. This is very concerning to me.
me, I would want to differ, but it kind of hard because this is Mark Owen's fifth consecutive presentation of a budget, right? As leader of opposition, right?
So, what is
So
the
I
difference
mean,
between this one and the ones you've heard before?
well, what I say is me figure more or less over time him should have learned a thing or two, but obviously him just appeal to him base. He's not
Mm.
trying to capture the people sitting on the fence or people who don't necessarily want to be a part of the politics. He was just, appealing to his base, basically to me.
Okay, okay. So he
Right?
wasn't. In
So
other words, he wasn't talking to the country.
not in my estimation.
Okay.
Not in my estimation, it was.
All right.
Yeah. Him tell some blatant lies too, because I hear even this doctor lady on the radio since even after the presentation, bit about some of the blatant lies. I'm tell you, even read the whole constitution reform thing.
Which lime
Yeah.
tell in a that?
She mentioned some stuff where like you must say them never discuss some stuff, and she point out about three or four things where him openly lied about, and I hear the host concur there that yeah, when him hear it him was wondering too. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
told him I met the people know what they did on the constitution committee, bitter in themselves, the system can come, lie so openly. And
Mm.
in the thing when I'm gone in about the Portmore parish thing,
Mm-hmm.
him said them file a suit yesterday. Them a bring it to the Constitution Court.
What that have to do with the budget, though?
No, but me I tell you say him go all over the
La
place. So him tell them
Jesus.
that base him wasn't really appealing to Jamaicans and all, and base him a try because
A
when him gone in at the port,
campaigning.
yeah, that's why I said so more like a campaign speech. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Going at the Portmore saga, him mentioned that him file a suit, and him says something pertaining to the Portmore thing. Jump over me now. But basically, as I say, what him do, him a try rile up the people them who is just party fanatics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the Portmore saga, it I'm gonna say it could have been left out of today's speech, but I guess him feel a need because as I'm gonna say, my appeal to a certain audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him going
Okay.
out the whole matter the IC and the Prime Minister, and he was all over the place. But I was listening to hear how him going to fund certain things because I was gonna say a few other things when touch upon listening to them they not sound bad, but if you're not giving costing where you gonna get the fund from, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to reallocate funds from and all of that. It was just, lacking there. You never come with nothing to present to the people that can say, yes, this sounds feasible. So me I listen out for here the oversight committees, you have this body the them call it EPA,
Yeah.
where who them make an assessment favor presentation the other day and say it's credible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to listen to hear what assessment they make of his presentation
Mm-hmm.
and listen to the Prime Minister presentation on Thursday.
Okay. Well, we definitely are gonna listen out for what else is to come because boy, I mean I know. Today was very interesting to say the least. But
Yes, it
anyway,
was. I mean, as I say, him at one point in the speech, him start get winded. Him start get winded. It was flat, 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 flat. And I was like, him
but
about to crack, and then it's like him realized that the whole policies and thing when I put across it's like him tell himself that Chuma get tired of it. So I go on the campaign mode. So him jump in on the Portmore thing and him jump on the integrity commission thing and him just
mm-hmm.
get all political.
But that no look good. Oh God. All
Yeah,
right.
no, I
Well,
tell you.
me no know what to tell them the truth because this no make sense.
Um who ever tell them the truth? I mean, people are gonna tell the truth, but them are gonna listen to who I tell them what they want to hear.
That is true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. All right. Well, thank you for your input. I'm gonna hear what other people are saying.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Yeah, we'll talk. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Hello. Good night.
Good night, Natalie. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. You want to tell us what you think about the budget that Mark Golding did today?
Uh, I'm going to talk about the rental
Rent to own.
because, yes,
Mm.
firstly, rent to own cannot be one arrangement. So I'm going to read the following one that rent to own has to be two different arrangements. Because let's say you rent a place from a man
Mm.
and that man has sell that place. You have to continue to pay the rent until you completely pay it.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's two different arrangements. Even if you make arrangement with the man to buy the place, you still have to pay the rent until you complete that. You settle that arrangement with the man. You still have to pay the rent. So I really understand that.
It needs a little more clarity for true. Yes. Rent to own.
I tell
Um.
you.
Yeah.
Check it out. Something I know, that's something I do before.
Well,
Yeah.
they've been talking about it for quite some time because I've heard it with in a
Yeah, but that is misleading. That community to me that is misleading. You would have put a man who really want a place into problem with owner. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
are two different reasons. That second a liar. The facts a liar. That's not the positive about it. But you can say that liar, but the positive about it.
Them definitely
Next thing.
need to the first time I heard it, the rent to own something, I thought that
Mm-hmm.
they needed to give people a little more clarity. What is the arrangement? At what point will you own the place? Is it halfway through the payment? Me no know.
Natalie, take it from your friend. Me not mislead you. I would mislead you.
You say you've done it before?
Yes.
Let me explain it to you better. Let's say you rent a place from me and you did it for a few months and I am saying I'm selling the place and I make arrangement with you. Even if you give me half of the money,
Mm-hmm.
you still have to pay me my rent until you complete that payment.
Oh, I say go.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Call a liar and ask them. I mean, I tell them I'm misleading.
Enough people I've heard talk about rent to own, and they've said that it's not something that they would do. I don't
Yes.
really,
Why
it
you
don't
think
really
themselves?
sound safe to me.
It would still be a double. It would still be a double payment.
Yeah.
Cannot be a single payment. There's no way it can.
Oh, all right. Well, thank
My goal
you.
is misleading.
Thank you. Make I hear what the other people they must say. Thank you for calling. You
All
hear?
right, let me just say something to you. Why Mark Golden shouldn't write a budget speech when he's only talking to comrades?
Boy, that is a very interesting question. I don't know.
I'm going to not talk to Jamaican people, Natalie. He's talking to comrades.
Is that your opinion or is that what you heard previous
My opinion.
okay.
My opinion.
So you not think you might talk to the country?
Nah, Mark Golden couldn't be talking to the country and from day one, he's telling the people that him now go expose him him we call it again because Andrew the
In a showing
government might
hand.
steal it. The manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
Look here, that alone tell me long time. So them don't have a budget speech. Because look here, if him have a budget speech and Andrew thief it, the country is going to know say Andrew thief it, so they must say, whoa, Andrew don't make no sense. I better we make Mark Golden because you live off of Mark Golden. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So look here. Mark Golden is just a jail. Big time.
Okay. All right, well thank you.
Misleading.
Thank you. We'll catch up.
Mr. Brad said people can't read now still.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man. Hello, good night. Uh-oh. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Yes, hi. Can you turn down the background, please?
The budget to me today was nonsense.
You think it was nonsense?
But yes, because what the man was saying to you a while ago, the rent, your rent, and then it might be yours. You can pay rent for over how much years for that place, and it still don't end up be yours. They sell it to somebody else on technicalities.
So the conditions have to be discussed first. That's what I say. Them not give enough information when matter about rent to own.
Right. The next thing is that I hear him say that they are going to let young people who own a house. You can buy the house, but the land you cannot purchase the land. How can that be? How can you purchase a house with a land, the house on the land, but the land is not yours? You don't include it in the sales. That means that land is for the government.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be for the NHD. So the house is only yours. That was stupid list too. The next thing I hear him say is that he would borrow from the World Bank. Same time I said, wow, borrowing again. He said he's going to tax. So this man don't have no sense. Since he say, Andrew, I bring out no tax, no borrowing. And him come and throw down before the people that he will go to the World Bank to fund certain things and he will tax for certain things. So clearly, I tell the people, so listen, we are the tax master. We, the PMPs, are the tax people.
Mm.
And this housing thing when come at the young people them is a bag of foolishness. Because if you don't go through the NHT the right way, If you don't pay certain money up front, you cannot, unless he's going in there to change all the policy, all the rules, all the law, and we are setting up the NHE to fail. That is going to be a big failure. So when we look at him is the barrow man coming back, and him is a tax man, plus imaginally young people them to come. They have something better for you. That is so not right. Then again, he said, Andrew is to put out statement about gold. Money.
Again, Lord Jesus.
When is this man going to give up? I mean, Andrew was just there staring him down. So never look at him, Because we must glance and say, if I look at him, So I'm not look at him, him just attack. So listen, the government needs to come and put out what is said about gold money and whatever. Him is to come and tell us what happened to gold money. Gold money must receive in their time. In their time, gold money missing. So you will ask the next prime minister will come after you to tell you.
Boy, may I tell you say, the prime minister here, yes, the film tolerance level, and him say the man have the patience of Job. You know Job from in the Bible?
Oh my God.
Andrew Honest has the patience of Job. Because you see all the family they now sit down there now. And this man I come talk to me about both. Me say if I would get up and me say when I get up and line him up with somebody with hey, them would have to fire me that day there, It's like you want to come call a thief you call me in front of my face,
Did he do it? Julian do it, and it look like everybody that is coming is doing it. Like them rubbing the
Yeah, cause somebody thief in front of them face are like say boy, them responsible for your man money. How much million? 10 million US dollar. As there's a God up at heaven. Me nah sit down and take that. Me I get up and talk some whole heap of something they're gonna make them fire me that day there.
So I want to say to them, why you don't come clean with FinSac? We waiting on the report for how much years. Come clean with FinSac. Yeah? Come out with the report. Right? Them can't release it. Because what they're under some thing that when a government is in, and if he has done wrong, you can't expose certain things until after how much years. And that is so stupid. We want Andrew to change all of them.
No man, the FinSac report is out, If you go on, I believe it's the Finance Ministry's website or GIS. If you Google it, just Google FinSac report, you will see it.
So why they don't carry it like how they want Andrew own to come to Parliament? Why they don't carry come to Parliament to come tell the nation what happened?
They're not going to do that.
No, it is so sad that we the people, and I mean, let's see people are flash orange, art, I go up. And they say, is the people are listening what the man I say?
No man, let me tell you how they operate. Them in a WhatsApp group and them send out the people them for go in a comment section and them sitting there. So they operate, because they want to give this perception on social media, which is not reality on the ground. I've seen it for myself.
Talking of that, he mentioned about the content creators again.
What did he say? I missed that part.
He said that he is 1 billion put set aside for content creators. He didn't say the TikTokers this time, but we understand.
1 billion.
Him want some desperate money to pay these people when have out there and send up art and I send up all sort of sitting and then I listen what the man has said. If you go and pay for your house twice, what the heck you buying that house for? It's a go buy somewhere else. Because me living there, it run down. You better me go buy something else out there. Well, nice and clean and pretty. Him not think before and talk. I wonder who write him something for him, or I tell him to come say them something like, because Jamaican people look to me like say them still fool or whatever. Because he could have never sit down in a parliament and taught them that something that I mean put him as the next prime minister.
A miscommunication, I write it. Look like a miscommunication. It look like a miscommunication right down one here.
Lord of mercy.
Miscommunication, boy, me I tell you. Anyway,
we set up for fail, nuts. If that the government they're going, nuts. We can tell you. And the next thing we want for the people them both. You see? The Chinese them now get what them I look for from Andrew. I'm telling the people them on social media from the other day, say, listen, the Chinese them go uprise again. Andrew, give Mark some money for spend in the Russian them, and that is how the election is going to get.
What did China them want from Jamaica? From Andrew?
The Chinese them, listen, remember say them want for own we,
Yeah, but what is it that they want in particular from the government?
I know we don't know what sign. We don't know when Portia went down there what was signed that is hidden from the people from Portia deals. We don't know what was signed with these Chinese.
No, but what I say now is that we under threat, because we have under threat if the Chinese them want something from where we not give them.
You think the Chinese them are coming and spend so much money and how we turn to America or whatever? They want, since a war between China, Russia, and America for little Jamaica.
Well, when you find out what it is that they want, you tell us.
Me would I want to know too, because I am picking up the thoughts that they are going to turn on him, because what they are wanting, and when we realize, is that them want to hear say, because remember Trump and trick them enough, and them a look to see if Andrew I got go on Trump's side, and to me it better we still lay low with the Americans.
All right, make we talk about that one, the one at that time. Make we just deal with the budget here tonight.
All right.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Budget was stupid.
All right, thank you.
All right, girl.
Yeah. Hello, good night. Oh, sorry about that. Very interesting days ahead. You're coming with a campaign speech, a manifesto from 2020. At a time when you didn't support your leader and your leadership, you're coming back with it's like plagiarism. You're coming back with their manifesto at a time when you wage a piece of war upon your leader and your party. You're not supposed to want to use them document. You don't need a new manifesto. You don't need a new manifesto and a new budget. God no. Hello, good night.
Hello?
Yes, hello, you're live.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm of the view that what we heard today was pure nonsense. It was nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing creative. And a lot of it was blatant lies. And a lot of what also was being done, what he was mentioning is already being done.
What are the lies that you detected?
Well, case in point, he says 21 billion was spent on Conroe Regional Hospital. Tufton a few weeks ago clearly told us 21 billion has not been spent, and the money spent so far is pretty much goes across various areas within that project. For example, Trelawney, Montego Bay Health Center, and other areas that could accommodate staff and, let's say, persons and the regular public while the Conroe Regional Hospital is being renovated or is being renovated.
Okay, so that's one lie.
Yeah. Number two, he's referring, and he's also referring to regarding the rollout of school buses. That's already in training. So anything for this JUTC and all that stuff, that's already in motion. So I'm like saying there's nothing new right there. Also, when he speaks of the eras of the various transportation, and also he mentioned something about the Constitution, and as this Dr. Nadine Spence was on Cliff Hughes this earlier on, and she pretty much debunked everything he said. And she herself, being a part of the committee, said that was pure lies.
Okay.
And then, but my question is that you're going to take away $11 billion from the from the budget and send it back to the NHT. So where are you going to fill those gaps? Because nothing is free.
Right.
Nothing comes at a cost. They mentioned about Heart Trust NTA and revamping this and revamping that. Right now, I told folks if I were back in high school, I would be going to Heart, because right now you could get at least an associate degree
at the very least.
Expense. So I'm saying nothing he says to me was a long drawn out campaign speech.
Okay, that's what most people are saying.
There's a lot of funds. I also hear they're planning on setting up all these funds, these trust funds. I'm like, at the end of the day, it was agreed that we would put everything in a consolidated fund. So when you start setting up these independent funds again, what's then going to happen? Where's the oversight going to come from?
That is it. Well,
and one of the reasons also I don't give them any credit of fixing the economy, because I keep on telling folks, when Bruce Golding and Ollie Shaw messed up, it was due to the retroactive monies that was owed to public sector workers that was promised by the PNP government, and Bruce and Ollie had to pay it. And let's not forget, when Andrew and his team, including Nigel Clark, went to Washington, D.C. in 2011, the PNP also had a delegation that went to Washington, D.C. as well. And they all heard what Jamaica had to do. And Andrew came back and told the truth that bitter medicine was coming. The PNP said nothing of the sort. So I'm of the view, regardless of who was in power between 2011, 12 to 2015, it would have been done. Hence, I give them no credit. And mind you, this thing started, as the senator was saying last night, this thing started from back in all the Shaw days. The JDX, the JDIP, selling off of assets that we should not be in as a government in from day one. So I just hope that Jamaican people are wise enough to pick sense out of nonsense. And right now, what we heard today was pure nonsense. And just go ahead and do the right thing, because even this rent-to-own thing, that makes no sense. You're giving, and then also you're gonna give teachers all this. We already have free internet that's being let's say rolled out across the island. So what more free internet you're gonna give teachers?
Do you have enough information on the rent-to-own to say it's no good? Or do you think there needs to be more information?
Who are you going to rent from? Are you renting from the NHT, or are you renting from the individual owners?
Okay.
And my thing is that if an individual owner does not plan to sell their house, what then? And if you're planning if I'm an owner, I'm planning to sell my house, you have to pay me what my asking price or my valuation price. And this is not not a monthly payment. I need my payment of rent. Then you get your title, you get your deed, and I get my cash. I go about my business.
Okay.
So I think that all these promises. We're in the 21st century. We need to start delving into things like how it's going to be done. What's the cost? Because as I said, nothing is free. Everything comes at a cost. If you're going to give someone this, where are you going to take it from? And what are you going to then use to plug that hole?
Right. Okay.
So I'm of the view, I hope even when we start with these debates, whoever the debating commissioner, whoever these moderators are, they need to probe.
You trust them? You trust the debate? The debate?
No, I don't. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping.
Oh, well, hopefully they're listening, because they are going to be the ones asking the questions on behalf of we the people. So we expect every single question to be asked. They sometimes take questions from the audience, maybe online or something like that. We'll see how it goes. Well, thank you for calling.
No problem. I'll continue listening in.
Yes, have a good night.
Likewise.
Yeah, the rent to own thing, I don't know. I don't know if they understand how it works, even, because it's really not a popular thing, rent to own. Not even in the States. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Natalie.
Welcome to JPU.
Hey, I'm one of your silent listeners, but I had to call you.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. You're exposing a lot of stuff that the common Jamaican don't even understand.
Well, thank you.
All right. Somebody sent me a clip today. I didn't watch the budget presentation, but somebody sent me a clip
Mm-hmm.
where just before he started to talk about the NHT offerings that they would put on the table, which words sound good, but practicality
Mm-hmm.
is out the window. So at the beginning of the clip, they were talking about demolition of houses and stuff like that, where people squat on properties that the government own. Now, if the people of Jamaica know how these squatter settlements operate, these are places where we have most of our crimes coming out of, or violence produced.
I saw. Go on, talk. Go on, talk.
And when you allow people
Mm-hmm.
to just go and take land that is owned by the state and develop these communities that, they have no amenities. They steal light, they steal water. Now that burden is then placed on the persons who have to pay their electricity bills, their water. When police or any emergency services have to access those communities, then there are issues. So how is it that you're going to say that my government don't do these things? It's like you're promoting people to go and take land anywhere they feel like.
Mm.
I'm wondering if this man is really looking at the things that he's saying.
So, first of all, where are you calling from? Jamaica or abroad?
I'm in Jamaica.
Okay. And are you voting?
Of course. I've always voted. I will always exercise my constitutional rights.
Okay. So, you listened to the finance minister's speech last week?
Yeah, I did. And I listened to Marlon last night,
Okay.
Monday night.
No, man,
And
last night.
Well, it was last night, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yesterday was Monday.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about what the finance minister said versus what you're hearing from Julian Robinson and the opposition leader?
The thing is this for me, they're not coming with any figures. And if you're not going to come with any figures, then how are you going to support all these plans that you have? Where are you going to pull those funds from?
So you're concerned that there might be some taxes that are not being spoken about since there are no figures? Is that what you're thinking?
Remember now, he said that a lot of his plans, he don't want to expose them because he don't want us to steal them. When I say us, I mean the government to steal them. But I think all of these plans that they have is to put a lot of taxation on people. That's the only way that they are going to see their way through in financing whatever they want, whatever they're saying that they want to do.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, The people them hear you. Make us see how it go.
And I can give you a lot of facts where back to the squatting thing, where they pretty much endorsing squatting. I mean, I don't want to say too much on it, but the People's National Party have demolished more houses from the 90s come forward than what Andrew has ever signed off on.
Where you get those figures from?
But it's just that the Burner Lodge issue was more public. And there's more to that Burner Lodge issue than the common man may know. There's lots more to it. Because that Burner Lodge demolition, it was being used, those houses that were going up where people were buying those lands from persons who don't have the rights to sell them because those are government-owned lands. It was being used to finance crime.
They know nobody not going to jail.
People going to jail, man.
People get prosecuted.
People going to jail. Yeah, man. I have some information that I can't share over this medium.
Okay. All right.
But it was being used to finance crime in Spanish Town.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for the information.
So one of these days, I'm gonna call you and we talk, not on air, but I can give you some information.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And then you will see fit how best to use it.
Okay.
But keep up the good work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you a lot of people they're not aware of a lot of things that are happening in Jamaica.
All right.
And this die-hearted thing that a lot of Jamaicans have, they need to cut it out. Because this is 2025 and we need to use our brain and make the right decisions.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I am for Jamaica first, just like you.
Yes,
I want to see
ma'am.
my country doing the best.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. You have a good night.
Same to you. Thanks. Very interesting. So the people are largely saying, and I've been watching the discussion since this evening before I came on. As the debate was happening and the media reporting, I've been watching what people have been saying. And a lot of people express disappointment, some confusion. Some people are say the government already do some of this. But I was particularly taken aback by the fact that Damian Crawford manifesto is still a thing. I'm not saying that the PNP, may not think that some of the ideas are good. But we're talking about a budget. Boy, it's complicated for people who are put to task to do a serious thing like this. And for sister, the whole thing look upside down. Look upside down. We're not supposed to take out nothing from where come out. If you say on new and different. You're not supposed to come with anything that was in Peter Phillips' camp. Because the write off Peter Phillips say him not good. Don't to Damian on the write off, because Damian never had a support Rise United movement. So how Rise United movement now is gonna take up ideas from Peter Phillips. It look like say, say, look here, guys. I know the first them do this, Let me tell you something. Who remember in the beginning, the very beginning, when them comes to them in a leadership? Who remember what their campaign, what their slogan was? What was their slogan? What was Dayton Campbell's slogan when him did a run? What was Dayton Campbell's slogan again? Me soon tell you now. Let me try remember. If you remember, say it in the comment. But the PNP must have changed their slogan 5 times since 2020. But the very first one that they came with, Leighton Campbell, I want the 411 in that chat because she's a member. Soon tell you now. That's absolutely right, Cho. There's a very serious cognitive deficit going on. Can't put people in a leadership in a serious situation like this who are not up to the task. This is serious. You got to be quick on your feet. You have to have ideas. When you see a country and you say you want to run that cut, you know what? Let me call 411 because I know she remember. I have to tell you now and show you. Hold on, make a call 411. Should I remember? I'm calling the wrong person. Marie, why you don't go read a book and come off live? 411, good night. I want question me ask you, me the live, but you're not live. You're not live. You remember when Golden them first come in and them did have the campaign, not campaign, them did have the slogan where Dayton they use. Where the name again? You remember? Power of the dream. Thank you. We know you remember. Thank you. All right. Look more. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Sorry. Yeah, guys. The first campaign slogan, when Mark Golden come in as leader was Power of the Dream. Power of the Dream, The same campaign slogan with Dayton Campbell did up from us about 2016, I may say about Wolande, why would you come back with this? You don't have no idea. You can't put one slogan together for yourself. Huh? Marie, you get deported, you see? And your company life come tell me, say me not have no travel documents. And what you know about Marie? Why you don't, like how Trump has sent home everybody, why you don't call Trump and tell him, say me not have no travel documents? You damn fool, you. It's a waste of time. Not come waste time with me. Call 1-800 immigration and tell them say me not have no travel documents. Please me, I beg you. Because me good all can pick up one lawsuit from that, Make them come trouble me say me not have no travel documents. You understand? You know, no sense. Go on about your business. Let me just say this to you guys. In a Mark Golden's presentation, Amari, sit down good. Because you come right on time. Sit down good. In a Mark Golden's presentation, he spoke about ethics. And I find it very interesting that Mark Golden thinks that he can talk to anybody about ethics. I have a problem with that. And so should you. Because really and truly, Mark Golden is not in any position to talk to anybody about ethics. Them can come and talk about Usain Bolt money and all kind of foolishness and all kind of unproven lies and disinformation and them something there. But number one, Mark Golden, I wonder if you over here listen. You could all over here too, you know. Guys are 2,000 now over here. Me I beg you to hit the like button. We know Marina go hit the like button. 2,005 people. Make we at least if 2,000 pan the like button over here, please, and thank you. No. So on the topic of ethics, how ethical is it, Mark Golding, to have told Jamaicans that they can't have 1 foot in a Jamaica and 1 foot in a King Charles yard? While you, Mark Golding, hypocritical, you had a Jamaican passport in one of your pocket them, one of your back pocket them, and you have your British passport in another back pocket. And if I never miss a Vegas and some other rest of people will pay attention. If I never people like me, if I never people in the government draw you out and say, hold on there. Are you a British citizen? I force the people and force if you come talk. So talk to me about ethics, Mark Golding. How ethical is it to be complaining about Jamaica's food import bill, while at the same time you and Bunting are main investors and owners of a company when named Rerum Limited? They are involved in the very importation and sale of food that you are complaining about. And for sure you say, you know say, Jamaica people are watching you. Rerum, you put the little brother down at St. Mary in charge and say my CEO. Have the youth walk up and down by my CEO. When I want the behind the scenes because you don't want too much people I see what I do. Omar Newell, when I put Omar Newell there for face card. You understand? So tell us, Mark Golden, how ethical is it to be passing off yourself as a paragon of virtue while you have not been open and transparent regarding your personal wealth and estates, which you have conveniently hidden in a trust and one in a trust they offshore? Mark Golden, you're not loyal, you know? You don't loyal to Jamaica no time at all. How ethical is it to be talking about corruption? Every day you get up corruption. Me not come for scrape corruption. Because you scrape already and you tell the people them say you don't make your money already, right? So you talk about corruption, you talk about good governance. But you have failed to exhibit leadership and all PNP members against whom political action should be taken, such as Dayton Campbell, who said that the mayor, Andrew Swaby, mix up in an allocation of funds to run election to make PNP win. And the KSMC not supposed to be used that way. We hear Dayton Campbell talk it on audio. And I see you and Dayton and Swaby sit down up a stadium a cheer for football. How to do it? What about Donovan Mitchell? What about all of the something them with the parish council and all of them something they are mixed up? How ethical is it to be seeking office as Prime Minister and propose to institute a destructive and interventionist scheme of moving money held by the government of Jamaica in the banking system to other financial institutions in a purported bid to spur competition in the sector and reduce interest rates when you and Bunting own a financial institution named Provo? You know, see the conflict of interest there, sir. Because if you not see it, we see it, you know. Because this is nothing more than self-serving And Jamaican people should take sleep and mark that. Remember, Arnold Bertram told us 2019 an article called Peter Bunting's Challenge, I think it's called. And Arnold Bertram spoke specifically about the conflict of interest. And this man is a former PNP minister. Whole heap of PNP talk out against them people here, you know. Remember good, you know, guys. Some of them who only even say I walk with them now, like KD Knights, talk out against Mark Golden and Peter Bunting because they know them come out. You understand? So when we see them all put up this now, before Mark Golden budget presentation, pretending as if they're one of those who mean the country well, such as Portia and Dr. Phillips. They're no Portia, no Dr. Phillips. Because you see, if they had anything to offer, Portia would have put them in her finance ministry, and she did not. She kept them far, far away. Because Portia knew what them and Omar Davis were doing. Let me tell you something. If you cannot manage your finances in your household, you can't come talk to me about financing, you know. Remember, say, Mark Golden and Peter Bunting's proven wealth investment company is underwater, losing millions of dollars. Them have to lock down how much offshore accounts. So if your finances look that way, then you can't come talk to me about financing. I'm not take no financial advice from you. I am gonna be talking to people who have their finances in order. So you worse like how if me have a bigger financial obligation and management than you, you have a more small scale financial management and obligation. In his case, proven wealth. So how can they talk to a government of any country about finances and economy, where 3 million people will be at their mercy? You don't have to be a mathematician to understand the danger of what is being presented to the Jamaican people by the opposition PNP. That's just the truth of the matter. I don't know if you guys saw an upload that I did earlier where Mark Golden dissed up the PNP people. I want you guys to check out that video after we're finished here. Mark Golden is going to diss up the PNP people and tell them, say, I'm PNP people, somehow over here tonight. Me glad you come. Because I want to ask you this question. In the video, Mark Golden said him don't need none of uno. So I want to tell JPU and tell Jamaica, if Mark Golden don't need none of uno, what uno need Mark Golden for? Big up yourself, Mr. Lovelace. Thank you. Guys, there's a live goal over here. If you want to participate, that would be fine. If a man is going to tell us that them don't need you, a man who is depending on you to get up out of your bed election morning and go vote for him, and carry your picnic, carry your dog, carry your dead family, your dead friend them, if you go vote for him, and according to him, to elect him as the leader, make him put in Tapanari's friend them round him. Now, if him go tell you, say, him don't need you. Melvita says she watched it. Thank you. Him go tell us, say, him don't need you. Then what you need him for? And that more want the PNP people them to tell me tonight. And tell JPU and tell Jamaica. Yes, Petal. Marie, come here, Marie. Are you want to answer the question over here? Let me say me can't find the video. Because you know my things are a joke. I him talk it out of mouth, you know. Me no need none of you, you know. None of him no need. Not even you marry. No shame. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yeah, if him don't need none of uno, why uno need him? Because I'm tell you this. I say if uno need him, Jamaica no need him. This man out of order, bright and out of order. If Andrew Wallace get up tomorrow, some people are talk about racism. You know what? You know who are the real victim of racism in all of this? Andrew Wallace are racism in our country. Cause them they sit there with my goal and come talk. Andrew could have never said them things to the Jamaican people and get away with it. When hey, Jamaica people that hold Andrew and carry him go up to Bellevue. Yes, we'll go up to Beverly Hills and wait until him come out time yard and just take him and fling him in the Bellevue van and drive him go down there. Cause most are mad for talk them something there. Imagine Andrew Wallace come out tomorrow, come tell a group of labor rights, say him no need them. Or tell the Jamaican people, say, me no need none of you, you know. He must mad. But this year man can come talk in a PNP people them face, say him no need none of them. And they fool them in a orange walk back him. Uno no see say una the people them wanna liberated, you know. That's why I tell you all the while say. We are uno and a tribe. Una some different kind of creature. You have some of we know ancestors them fight the good fight and come out on the right side. And we're very much conscious of where we are coming from and where we are today. And when we say Englishman, a white British man can come telling us say our ancestors fought and bled together and all them bull crap. And we still a walk behind a man. Una a fool. And this is why I'm glad the education free up at Jamaica, because while some of us is irredeemable, at least some of our children, them can get educated and not make a mistake like what we make. Because this a man here, him come and talk anything, him can't even present a good budget. And some of us come on social media, we come in a people comment section and attack all manner of evil. And that's why, you know, sometimes I don't even bother argue with you because me and Uni is not the same tribe. My parents they make sure I get an education. I ain't have even have no formal education to understand certain things. This man has been tested and he keeps on failing. You test him on presenting a budget, he fails. You test him on being a leader of a major political party, he fails. You test him on who he surrounds himself with, he fails. Still a walk with Bunting, he fails. Still a walk with Dayton Campbell, he fails. Still have this a woman I call her communication manager or director, can't do nothing, fail. Go against your leader, Peter Phillips, and then you're going to come now and take manifesto from Peter Phillips' time. You feel, man. You feel. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you take no more calls tonight, but I'm gonna have to try.
It's okay.
I listen the entire presentation or whatever that was today, but I would love to call it a budget presentation. But unfortunate that I think Mark Golden undermined the Jamaican people today. Because clearly he think we don't know what one budget's supposed to consist of. Anybody can have one set of plans. I'm sure if you go up on the street and talk to the madman, you have plans. How we go fund them, you don't know. That was Mark Golden.
Jesus.
We have a lot of plans. But if we fund them, we could have funded them with a rich.
No, me have to take bad things make laugh. But me ask you a question. In the past,
Right.
when people come and present a budget,
Right.
did they always give you figures?
Not, but they should. In the 2025, there's no reason why you're supposed to present a budget without figures. Yeah, it could have passed back in the day because people were uneducated and like never have ways to get the information. They never know about these things. But people know things now. We're educated. Like you can't just come tell your plans and think that go past. Also, the fact that in come on this kind of stage and come talk about a technical recession. How do you determine when there is a recession or not? The markers are there, and the people with the knowledge say the markers no said there is a recession. So let's say in our stupid world, Mark Golden form government, and the economics no look great. You can't say, oh, technically we're not in a recession. Because since you can't just put technically in front of the word and decide whether or whether not. Where does he end?
Me no know. And when you think the election I go call?
Boy, I know, so savvy pan now and the mayor. I say by what, June, July?
Oh, all right.
That would be nice. So we just get it over and done with. Hopefully the Jamaican people will make a
stupid because
decision.
You know why me ask? Because why? I think it is getting to be an embarrassment on the country.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are looking on. Our Caribbean friends in the region, you have, you know, America and other countries, they're looking at what is happening. And when we have opposition and government, and one of them, I mean, you just saw what Dayton Campbell did recently with the food tariff, right?
Right.
I see the Caribbean News reported on it.
Yep.
So
then I watch, of course.
It is becoming embarrassing. This is not sustainable anymore.
Not at all. Like another thing, I want to mention something else. Like, I'm not sure who the guy that sit down behind Mark Golden today. I think he sit down beside Natalie Garvey.
Lawton Cousins.
Right. When Juliet get up to make the point of order, you see her run her like a dog. How can we in a system where we talk about violence against women and we should treat women good and just in general try to promote order in a one classroom, and these are the sorry excuses of people? This is how them behave in what should be our House of Parliament, and it is okay. So when you go out on the street now, one taxi man run one woman, it's okay because of that the leaders they teach them to do.
No, them not setting an example.
No example at all, and nobody to say it is wrong. It just very, very. As a 25-year-old looking at me, I understand how you expect to promote order in one country with those are the leaders.
So hold on. So yeah, young people, I'm glad you call. A long time I tell the young people them said start to participate in the discourse, the national discourse. So what you and your friend them must say about the politics in general? What you and your friend them must say?
My friend them, a very few of my friend them see eye to eye on the politics, because what we understand, me not even in Jamaica right now, but what I understand is a lot of them not really understand what they want, economics over their head. You may ask one of my cousin what is if he know the Spark program, what the Spark program about. He said no. He said which program? I said, oh, a Spark program over in Canada. And in take care run with it because in the Jamaica not even know say Jamaica the Spark program there. So like that are the kind of situation where you deal with. And then you have PNP people, no matter how you present the facts, give them on a platter, then take you and push back. I say, but when I talk to my friend them, I say, okay, when I say Jamaica is going in the wrong direction, crime is trending down, the economy is going up, roads are being built, clinics are being built, like things are happening, and we have one prime minister who seems to have one clear vision and understanding of where the country needs to go. Yes, but the people them say they not feel it. Me say the people them are economists. They look for me. Me like present the facts to me. They have no facts to give. I'm like, this is dumb. You don't have the facts to back up something, but you just run with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, keep the conversation going with them and things like that, and you know.
So now I try do what I can.
Yes. But thank you for calling here.
Yeah, thanks for the work, kiddo. Have a good
Yes.
night.
Have a good night. Thank you. Lord of mercy. What are some thingy people?
For people on that side to speak. And with the general elections being
Want to know
constitutionally due
here.
by September of this year, the budget debate, as we anticipated, and because some people see what the polls are saying,
Hold on there,
they are
guys.
going to be coming out with
Marlon says something.
constitutionally due by September
Senator
of this year.
Marlon
Labor
Morgan
rights with the
says
budget debate
something to the JLP
providing an
supporters
opportunity
them.
for
I want to know
people
hear
on
it. I
that
think it's
side to
about a
speak.
minute long.
And with the general elections being
Listen to
constitutionally
this,
due
people.
by September. Labor rights with the budget debate providing an opportunity for people on that side to speak. And with the general elections being constitutionally due by September of this year. The budget debate, as we anticipated, and because some people see what the polls are saying, they're going to be coming out with their promises, promising this, that, and every what's it not. But labor rights, I want you to understand that our platform of manifesto commitments, our plans and programs for the country is superior and vastly better than anything the dilapidated PNP can come with. We have an active and strong Prime Minister, and every Friday, labor rights, our Prime Minister up on the road. And if him now commission new water systems along with water boss Matthew Samuda, he is handing out houses under the new social housing program. When him now hand out keys, our active and strong Prime Minister, our caring and focused Prime Minister, is at some plant cutting the ribbon for the opening of a new hotel or an expanded hotel, as was the case in Hanover a few weeks ago. So labor rights, we see our Prime Minister. He is active, he is on the job, and we can rest assured that we hear from him and we know that our Prime Minister is working, working, working labor rights.
No.
Labor rights.
Well, the campaign is campaigning. Eh, people? Lord of mercy. From Karen, them go down Westmoreland. We not see back Leighton Campbell. When last one we see Leighton Campbell? The last time I see Leighton Campbell, I wish I see him last. Me no remember, but let me answer that call here. It's been trying to call for a while. Hello, good night.
To JPU family.
Yes, good night.
Let me ask you a question. Are we bunting there?
You know, some I don't know.
I'm good. Not sure wicked, you know, we know it's bad for nobody still, you know. But you notice that the language change from recession to technical recession now.
Yes, me notice it for sure.
And you want to me, I warn you, you know. You have to keep careful when you say what your mouth, you know. When you say a thing, I'm kind of, because right now you not do no work right now, you know. You just chilling and watch what going. A long time you want, you know. You want for a while, you know.
What me say when I tell?
Yeah, you say you know get none out of the 1 billion for your program. Maybe they put it towards the funeral. We don't like a talk there.
No man, that was a joke. But I mean, I'm just saying this is not a set of people who will like me enough to invite me to come get some of them 1 billion. They better rather see me come off of the platform. It's probably dark humor, but I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't understand, but anyway, a long time you're talking because Mark Wallen present himself to the parliament as this great white hope.
Okay, you watch the speech?
watch it, and I'm exhausted and drop asleep, man. Because I said to myself, this, what, this brother, he might remind all the people about, say, him do this with ganja, over 20,000 people come out of it. Just, I'm not for to myself, say, one Mark Golden, just, him not easy, you know. After you take chain off a big stone and all them thing there, you still you present yourself with this white knight in a shining armor, come to deliver these bang belly black people out and bring them into civilization.
So what do you think about the bit where he said he's gonna make Bob Marley and Miss Lou national heroes?
It's just that what I call, you know, it's just that, you know, to use rhetoric, populist, what they call it, populist rhetoric. Forget the reins of power.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I don't think it's on Jamaica's agenda, top priority, whatever. We love those people, but me not understand how that fit into a budget, really.
It's not a budget presentation, you know, it's a political campaign speech. That me get from it, you know, because there's a whole heap of promises, but the how we gonna get there is why me don't know. It's like a
you're confused.
It's like a pastor that tell us, say, yo.
Then confuse it today.
Yeah, break up my internet hour.
No, your internet. But may I ask you, say, if you're confused, you come like you walk away from the speech confused. Eh?
No, me feel like me get chopped.
You get chopped? Oh.
Yeah, I got feeling that me get, you know, like it's like me. Well, I don't know. Now you see, when time after the presentation, we run to go over some of the comrade them discussion, you know. And it's like a church them I keep.
Church.
Yes, them I use some. It's like I swear to God, man, me say me go over one and they come like a church them I keep. And me I say,
how?
You know, them are Christian people and realize that this man is Jewish.
Lord God.
To Christianity, you know, in his purest form, you know. You like you promote anti-Semitism, you know.
Has anyone ever asked Mark Golding about his religious beliefs?
Why?
I don't remember him ever saying. I don't remember him ever saying anything about it. But all right, make we see what it's gonna.
Yeah, we did watch it still, you know. We can't know about it.
Yeah, thank you for calling. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, bless up yourself.
Missy, somebody in the comment a while ago say that I should let the moderator speak more because he's knowledgeable. Yes, the moderator is knowledgeable. And if you want to hear the moderator more, that's fine. Moderator, do you want to host the program sometime or do you want to co-host the program sometime? I don't have no problem with my moderator. I think he's good. But to the person who suggested it, thank you. I don't know how you feel unless you tell me. So if you want to hear more from the moderator, that's fine. You know, we'll talk about it. Anyway, guys, there's really not much. I mean, Thursday, tomorrow, Wednesday, there's going to be a post-cabinet press conference tomorrow on the government side. And then Thursday, we're going to get to hear the Prime Minister. Make we hope that nobody don't walk out. No foolishness don't go on. Lord have mercy. As somebody send this con give me this evening. They say golden come with puss in a bag. What can go so? Uno creative, you know. But one thing me I go say. Honestly and quite frankly, me sick and tired for hear Damien manifesto. God Almighty know. Me sick and tired of hearing Damian Crawford's manifesto. That manifesto was put to the people in 2020. The people rejected it 49 to 14. Come with something else, the man. Come with something different now. I don't understand. You not agree, guys? Come with something different. Come with something new. Anyway, that people in the comment to come over here trouble way. Me not argue with you tonight, you know. So make we catch up tomorrow, guys. Thank you all so much for joining. All 2,000 are down. Please hit the like button before you leave. Please and thanks. Have yourselves a good night. Come back tomorrow. Share the live. Take care.
Jamaica politics and cover. Pick up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica is not a place to go all. Not when certain guys in control. Chow over your God know. Lord of mercy. Hey. Some say that them a diety. And them a suffer to hell no rotted. Natalie, more you big up yourself. Right now because you're rougher than them. Hey, them a say that them a diety. And them a suffer to hell no rotted.